What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to go over the Game Awards. The nominees just came out, so we're going to go through every single category here and give our impressions. Now, some of these I don't really know too much about, uh, like best esports team, best esports athlete, basically any of the esports or content creator of the year. I'm not too familiar with those. So we're just going to go ahead and skip those and we'll go with most anticipated. So far we have looks like Death Stranding 2, Ghosts of Yote, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid 4, and Monster Hunter Wilds. To me, these are some pretty good nominees. I haven't played the first Death Stranding, haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, uh, played Metroid Prime on the GameCube, and I've never played a Monster Hunter before. So by default, we're going to go with Grand Theft Auto 6. And honestly, it looks pretty amazing. So I'm pretty sure Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to win the day with that. If we go to best adaptation. So, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. We have Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Yakuza, and Tomb Raider. I haven't seen any of these, but based on the fervor that was happening around the time of its release, I'm going to go with Fallout. Got to get around to watching that. Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. You have Call of Duty, Helldivers, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Out of all of these, I think Helldivers 2 came out of nowhere for a lot of people. For me personally, is one of my most anticipated games. I played the first one, what was that, 9 years ago? And it was amazing. So I'm gonna say Helldivers 2 takes the cake on that one. If we go to best sports and racing, F1 24, EA Sports FC 25, NBA 2K25, Top Spin 2K25, and WWE 2K24. Not big into sports games. Haven't played any of these, but my guess would be EA Sports FC 25. There's a lot of soccer fans around the world, so I bet that one wins. Best Sim Strategy: Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kinutsugami Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord. There's some hard hitters in this. I know Frostpunk 2 is a very popular game, but I think Age of Mythology Retold is going to take it. I played Age of Mythology, Age of Empires way back in the day on PC, and Age of Mythology was always so cool. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that one. Best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire. I think it's clearly Astrobot here. Mario Party is super fun. Princess Peach really wasn't that good of a game. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, meh. And The Plucky Squire is a cool concept that, I don't know, kind of fell flat. So I'm going to go with Astrobot. It's a great freaking game. Best fighting game. For the best game design primarily around head-to-head combat. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiverses, and Tekken 8. I think Tekken 8 is probably going to be the winner, but my heart wants Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Love Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. Super cool. So I'm going to go with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, but pretty sure Tekken 8 is going to take it. Best RPG. For the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. We have Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantasio. I've been meaning to get to Metaphor ReFantasio, but haven't gotten around to it just yet. I'm playing Dragon Age the Veilguard right now. So I'm going to go with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I think what they're doing with the story, the characters, and the gameplay is amazing. I think it's an incredible remake while also creating a new-ish story and kind of putting some wrinkles into the old story that we hadn't seen before. It's an amazing game, and I cannot wait for the third one. Moving on to Best Action Adventure. For the Best Action Adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, we have Astrobot, Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. If you've been on my channel and you've seen my review on the Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, then you know this is going to be my answer. I think this is an amazing game. It is so underplayed. It is well deserving of a spot here, and it's going to take home the hardware. Best action game, we have Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. I haven't played Space Marine. I'm going to go with Stellar Blade. It kind of came out of nowhere for a lot of people. I think the action in that is really fun, really awesome. The parrying system feels good. So I think being a brand new IP, it will help it. I know Black Myth Wukong is a new IP, even though it's based on an old Chinese story, but I'm going to go with Stellar Blade for that one. Best VR AR. I'm not really big into VR, so this one, I know that Asgard's Wrath 2 had some really great reviews, so we're just going to go with Asgard's Wrath 2. Moving on to Best Mobile Game, we have AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero. I know Balatro was huge earlier in the year, and a ton of people played it. It looked really cool. But being a kid of the 90s and Pokemon exploding during that time, it's really cool to have it in my pocket now and it actually be pretty dang good. Microtransactions are a little iffy, but overall, it's super fun. They're constantly doing events, and it's really awesome pulling out those EX cards and packs, and it just feels awesome. So I'm going to go with Pokemon Trading Card Game. Best Debut Indie Game. We have Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire. I think with the fervor around Balatro earlier in the year and the amazing reviews that it had, I'm going to go with Balatro. Best Independent Game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50. Again, I think this is going to go to Balatro. Not much else to say about that. Best Community Support. We have Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. I think this is a pretty heavy-hitting category. Destiny 2 not being on here is probably the first time in years. I do not like Fortnite. I know that's a hot take. Whatever. I don't care. I'm going to go with Helldivers 2. I think they've done a really awesome job at listening to the community, making changes based on what the community is thinking and is feeling. And overall, I think they've done it all for free as far as I know. So that to me shows that they are committed to propping this game up and providing content for a long time. I mean, it's also sold amazingly, so I don't see why they would just leave it be. So Helldivers 2 it is. Best Ongoing. Awarded to a game for outstanding development on ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2. Again, I think Helldivers 2 is a revelation. I think it's incredibly fun, so we're going to go with Helldivers 2. Games for Impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Closer the Distance, Indica, Neva, Life is Strange, Double Exposure, or Senua Saga Hellblade 2. I'll be honest, haven't played any of these. Neva looked pretty cool. I really like the art style of that, so we're going to go with Neva. Innovation in accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. I'm skewed towards Dragon Age the Veilguard right now because that is what I'm currently playing. So we're going to go with Dragon Age. I think it is a phenomenal game that is very accessible and has a ton of different options for people that might need more accessibility. Best performance, award to an individual for voice acting, motion, and or performance capture. Brianna White in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hannah Tell, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Humberly Gonzalez, Star Wars Outlaws, Luke Roberts in Silent Hill 2, or Melina Juergens in Senua Saga Hellblade 2. Again, I'm going to be skewed towards the games I've played, so I'm going to go with Brianna White in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Moving on to Best Audio Design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Astrobot, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. This is a tough one because I know Senua Saga Hellblade 2 does really cool things with sound and the voices in your head and all that stuff, which is super dope. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has great sound, great music. But Astrobot, I think, takes the cake here. I think it's going to win. It has phenomenal sound design. Everything has a different sound. It sounds like it should. I'm going to go with Astrobot. Best score in music. We have Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade. I think this one's pretty easy. I'm going to go with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Every track is amazing. Every track is either from the old games or is redone for a new audience and just updated to sound a little bit more modern while also keeping that nostalgia. So I'm going to go with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Best art direction for outstanding and creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Metaphor ReFantazio, or Neva. Probably Neva. The art style in Neva is pretty dang cool. And it looks like art. So I'm going to go with that. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, or Silent Hill 2. I think I'm going to go with Final Fantasy VII 2, or Final Fantasy VII 2. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Great story. Really takes the story in places that I was not expecting and puts a little twist on that moment from Final Fantasy VII. If you know, you know. Sorry for the cat. Best game direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game and direction and design. Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm going to go with Astrobot. It had a really cool design, really cool direction. Every level felt unique and cool and had different kind of mechanics behind it. So I'm going to go with Astrobot. And finally, we come to Game of the Year, recognizing the game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and a special other one, Metaphor ReFantazio. So this is the only category with 6, it looks like. So this one's going to be a little bit harder. I know all these games are beloved by millions of people, and I am torn between 2 of them, either Astrobot or Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I think I'm gonna have to go with. I think I'm gonna have to go with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's a really, really tough one. But yeah, this year has been low key super freaking good for games. I know it didn't have some of the heavy hitters like a God of War or The Last of Us or something like that, but what we did get was super high quality. So, yeah, those are my predictions. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. It's going to be interesting when they air in December. I'll definitely be tuning in. So please let me know. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.